Starting where we've left in a previous video, open the Server Behaviors panel, click on a plus sign, and go to User Authentication, Login User. We want to get input from the form login, frm_login. For the username field, we would like to take values from the frm login field. From the password, we would like to take values from the frm pass field. We would like to validate using connection ConnDB, which is a connection to our database. We want to validate information typed into this form against the table admins. Username column will be admin username. Password column will be admin pass. If login succeeds, we would like to go to the pages list to see the list of all of the pages. If we previously clicked on any of the other buttons in the navigation and we've been redirected to the login screen, and you would like to go after login, you would like to go to the page which you've clicked, the button of which button you've clicked, then you can click on a go to previous URL if it exists. However, I'm going to leave it unchecked because I would like the administrator to always go to the list of pages after the login. If login fails, go to Browse for File, and it's going to be login failed, and click on the OK. Restrict access based on username and password only. You can now click the OK button and save the page. The server behavior has been applied to our page, as you can clearly see here. Another thing we need to do now is we need to include the file which is within the inc folder, and it's called fnc.php. If you open this file, you'll see there is a function called getSelect, PHP function, which passes one parameter. What this function does, it checks whether the base name, which is another PHP function, base name retrieves the name of the file from the URL. And then we assign the name of the file, which is retrieved using this base name function, to the variable called p. Then it checks, using the if condition, whether the file name, which is p, equals the value of the parameter which has been passed to this function. And if it does, then it echoes the class act, which makes sure that the button of the specific page on which we are at the moment is selected. So that's basically what this function does. To do this, to include this function within our page, we are simply going to copy the first line of the code on our login.php page, create a new line, paste it, and this time, because it's actually referring to the file, to the folder within the admin folder, we're not going outside of it. We don't need these two dots within the path. So what we are going to type in here is inc, and after first // we're going to type the name of the file fnc.php. We can now save the file, and if we preview this in the browser, you can see our login screen being displayed. If we go back to the Dreamweaver, before we start testing this page, before we start testing our login form, we need to make sure that the pages to which we will be redirected show something actually on the page itself. So on the pages list page, let's type page, and on a login failed, simply login failed. Okay. Now if we go back to the browser and we type in admin password and click enter, we've been redirected to the pages list, and we see the page displayed on the page itself. Now if we go back and we type in name, for instance, and name again, and click enter, we are redirected to login failed because it's not the correct username and password. Now, as you can see within the password field, we can see all of the characters. So this is one of the things we need to change. If we go back to the login.php page and change the view to design, select our password field, and in the properties panel, select the radio button with the password. Now save the page again, go back to the browser, refresh it, and now if you type, you just can see the dots.